I don't really listen to Nas much.
Oh, wow,
anymore.
okay.
I mean, I listen to him.
Fair enough.
Like, I probably listen to Jack Harlow more currently.
How do you feel about sneaker hype? Is sneaker hype dead?
A little bit.
Do you think so?
I think so. I think Jordan Brand is trying to bring back sneaker culture with this shoe, especially with the cool promotion they're doing and making it so limited. I don't think it'll fix it. It's definitely going to sell out. It's definitely going to resell.
Welcome to the Shoes Off podcast, where you kick off your kicks and get comfy.
Yo, real quick, if you guys want a chance to win this pair of Beat Studio Pros to listen to the APTHCRY Shoes Off podcast, make sure to leave a comment down below and subscribe to our podcast on all of the podcast platforms and on YouTube. We'll be picking one random winner very soon. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching.
I'm Seth.
And I'm Osman.
First one, the inaugural podcast. That's what we got the balloons up there. He hates them, but I love them. I think they look great.
I love the balloons. I just don't think you guys can see them. One's behind me and one's out of frame.
Well, off to a great start. This episode is brought to you by APTHCRY, your sneakers' favorite socks. If you want to check out APTHCRY, make sure to check out the links in the top of the description below. But with that being said, let's start off this first episode of the podcast with, I guess, a bit about us. And the way you'll find out about us is through a new segment called Hot Takes. So this segment is basically where I give you a hot take, and you give me your opinions on this hot take. Is it a good take? Is it a bad take? Let's find out.
Can I tell everyone where you got these hot takes from?
No.
I'm going to tell everyone where you got
The first hot take is the Nike Air Force One is overrated. It's bulky, uncomfortable, and people only love it because it's safe drip. Your thoughts?
That's absolutely untrue. This hot take came from ChatGPT that Seth searched up before this. And no, that's the cleanest shoe that you can buy, the all whites. They're very comfortable.
So you're saying it's a bad
They are
take.
a little bit heavy, but yeah, it's not a hot take. That's wrong.
Is it because you're wearing a pair of Air Force Ones?
No, I think ChatGPT never wore Air Force Ones, so how would I know?
You know, I'll come clean. I did get it from ChatGPT, but I only searched, give me a sneaker hot take, and that's what it gave me. Give me Air Force Ones. It didn't know
But
that
I
you
am
were
wearing them. I am wearing them.
Actually, speaking of that, why don't we talk about what's on foot today? So you got your Air Force Ones.
Yes. Should I take them off? They're pretty
If you'd like
beat.
to.
Yeah, why not? I have some beat Air Force Ones.
Nice.
Time for a new pair.
Nice. That you wore on your trip to Thailand recently?
Yes, I did bring them to Thailand. I walked 15 miles a day through
Nice.
Bangkok.
Okay.
So they have a lot of miles in them.
Nice. A lot of stories.
A lot of stories.
A
Saw a lot of things.
A lot of history. What'd you see? Give us one thing.
I saw everything, dude. I don't even know. She
All
just
right.
can't talk.
Everything. You saw everything. Great. Excellent. Okay. Well, on foot today, I've got the upcoming, I'll pull them off my feet. They're a little tight. Air Jordan 185s, dropping in February. Limited to apparently 10,000 pairs. So, you know, getting your hands on these won't be easy. But, you know, if you're willing to pay resale, you can do it that way. Okay. That being said.
Wait. What socks do you have on?
Good call, actually. Again, brought to you by APTHCRY. So we got some APTHCRY socks on. I got the, hold on, I'm trying to pop them up. I'll try and get them away from you. So
I'm not going to do this for my socks, but.
You got the pop art collection on foot today. Looking very nice. Got the pop art, I forget what it's called, the comic book one or the
Graphic novel.
graphic novel. Which socks do you have on foot?
I have the black no-shows. I'm not going to do what Seth did, but you
right.
can just trust me.
Well, fine, fair enough. Okay. And actually, you can win these Beat Studio Pros for yourself by just subscribing to the channel, subscribing to our podcast, and then leaving a comment in the comment section down below.
Yeah, you can be just like Dr. Dre himself.
Exactly. You can look just like Dr. Dre and listen to our podcast in style. So make sure to check it out. Make sure to leave your comments down below. It could be anything. It could be your favorite sneakers. It could even be your hottest take. Let me know your thoughts down below. Now, continuing on with hot takes. The next hot take is modern rap isn't worse than old school rap. People just hate change and nostalgia clouds their judgment. What are your thoughts?
I don't know if that's a hot take, but yeah, that's probably true.
You agree with it?
I mean, not all modern rap, but there's good modern rap.
Give me a good modern rapper.
What is a modern, like how modern? Like, are we going to like Tupac or like, is Kanye modern? Is Kanye not modern?
About as modern as it gets. Something that just dropped this year.
I mean, like just dropped. Like all
about
these guys are still making music.
Some Jack Harlow.
I like Jack Harlow.
Do you like Jack Harlow better
Drake.
than
I like Jack
Nas?
I don't really listen to Nas much.
Oh, wow,
anymore.
okay.
I mean, I listen to him.
Fair enough.
Like, I probably listen to Jack Harlow more currently.
Okay.
Like, in my current song rotation.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'd have to agree. I think this is just a take. It's just a good take. Okay.
Whoa.
The final hot take is most designer clothing is just overpriced hype. You're paying for the logo, not the quality. Do you agree?
I don't know about most. I mean, this definitely exists. I mean, the most, if I focus on most, I would say you're wrong.
Okay.
But,
Fair
yeah,
enough.
I mean, yeah, sometimes.
Do you think that APTHCRY is designer clothing, or do you think it's just an elevated brand?
Depends how you define designer.
Right.
But,
Fair enough.
I mean, designer doesn't mean expensive also, necessarily. Designer means it was designed like it was thought about.
More so than something you'd find at Target.
Yeah.
Even though, so I actually walked through Target recently. I walked through Target yesterday, and I was noticing that a lot of their clothing offerings were significantly better than they've been in the past. Like, they were
Target's actually not bad.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
I bought a lot of my basics from Target before I started, APTHCRY, and they have some really good stuff. They had decent flannels, decent shirts, decent denim, and it was all styled really nicely on the mannequins.
I wear Target, like, solid black T-shirts all the time.
Oh, they're great. Yeah, they feel amazing. But what's interesting about what you said is that I think that Target does put a lot of thought into their clothing. So does that make them designer?
No, I think, like, designer is more so how they, like, present it and carry themselves.
Okay.
Along with quality. I mean, quality exists. But, like, even if, like, I know when you wrote, or ChatGPT wrote this, like, they were thinking of, like, Louis Vuitton, Prada, Fendi, all those. But, like, I know people hate on that, and it is expensive, and it is overpriced, but, like, the quality there is not, like, Target.
Okay. Fair enough. Do you think
I mean, is it worth $300, $400, $1,000? Maybe not. But it's not the same quality you're getting at Target or Walmart or wherever. I do think APTHCRY T-shirts are very good quality. Not I think, I know. And we spend a lot of time on it.
Shout out to the sponsor of today's video, us.
Does that make it designer? I mean, it depends how you define it.
Okay, fair enough. Do you think designer clothing there's some sort of ethos, some sort of some feeling of being exclusive, whether it's more expensive? Do you think that's what makes a designer piece, or that's one of the main aspects of a designer piece?
Again, it's how you define it, but yeah, I mean, it helps.
Okay.
It's in there.
Fair enough. So getting back to the hot take, most designer clothing is just overpriced hype. You're paying for the logo, not the quality. In that sense, not a bad take, because
sometimes
if we go off that definition, then you're paying for the logo. You're paying for the idea of exclusivity.
Sometimes.
Fair enough. Okay, cool. So we'll give it just a take. It's not hot. It's not cold. It's just a take. Okay, well, let's talk about some sneaker hype. Speaking of hype, how do you feel about sneaker hype? Is sneaker hype dead?
A little bit.
You think so?
I think so.
Why do you think it died?
I think a lot of, like, the past year or two, maybe longer, maybe shorter, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was fully focused on resell and making money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no love in sneakers. I'm not saying there's people who didn't love it. There was, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, most of it was just fueled by making money.
Gotcha.
And I think it got, like, it was burnt out. I don't think it's dead forever, but I think that's what was major part of the downfall.
Right. Yeah, I would tend to agree with you. I think that, so first of all, I think that it's not totally dead.
Yeah, I don't think it's fully dead. I mean, people still buying.
Right. I think that it reminds me of the era before 2016, before Yeezys were really popping. Like, that time between Foam Posite hype and then Yeezys. Like, that 2013 time where you could walk into a store and you could buy, like, a pair of, Thunder 4s. You could find them. I found pairs of Thunder 4s on shelves. I found pairs of those sneakers on shelves. And it wasn't that they weren't selling. It's just that you could find them in store shelves. And I think that's sort of what we're going through now. And I think it's similar to what happened probably in the early 2000s when you could find sneakers at Ross. I mean, when were you finding sneakers at Ross? Was it?
My whole life.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Well, I don't think it's dead. I think it's just in a transitional phase. And I think that a lot of these hyped up times are only because there's money to be made in these situations, which is what you said, basically.
Yeah, and I think it just went crazy. Like, I think the people who love sneakers couldn't get them.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, they kind of got discouraged and not moved on, but, like, focused, like, had other interests start.
Mm-hmm.
And just the resellers just took over. I don't know who was buying the resale shoes, but yeah, and then the brand started producing more because they're selling so much.
Right.
And then once the people stopped buying resale at those crazy prices, became over demand or oversupply.
Right. Yeah.
And here we are.
So it's just basic economics. Is what yeah, fair enough. I tend to agree with you. I'm interested to see what your thoughts are on a shoe like this. Not to put a dirty shoe on the table, but a shoe like this where it's artificially.
I think Jordan Brand is trying to bring back sneaker culture with this shoe, especially with the cool promotion they're doing and making it so limited.
Right.
I don't think it'll fix it. It's definitely going to sell out. It's definitely going to resell. I hope the people who want them get them.
Yeah, fair. Do you want a pair of these?
I would like a pair of those.
Are you going to enter raffles and go for them when they drop?
I'll try. I have never won a raffle in my life, but I'll
That's
try.
not true. You haven't? You really never won a raffle?
Maybe like less than 5.
That's a good number of raffle wins.
I've been collecting sneakers for over 20 years.
That's true. He has a picture of himself getting into a school bus with Air Jordan 11s on when you were what, 6, 5, 4?
Something like that.
Some age that you're going to do a school bus. But okay, yeah, I think that what Jordan Brand is doing here is interesting. It's like definitely trying to reignite the hype, and I think that that's how they plan to sell more sneakers. And for them, it's really just a money game. They care about the brand, obviously, and they care about the hype because it helps them sell sneakers, but I don't think they're not catering as much to collectors as I think that we think that they are, is my guess.
I think with this shoe, they're trying.
Right.
I think they haven't tried like this in a long time.
Do you think that if this shoe released more than 10,000 pairs, like say, a couple 100,000,
no matter what.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, what's interesting is that the black toes that are supposed to be releasing the day after this, that were supposed to release last year with the Air Jordan text on the side, those ones are selling for under retail.
Yeah, but
on GOAT right now.
There's the Air Jordan text on the side.
That's true, but I mean, if you think about that's got that history. It's like in that photo.
Yeah, but it's not what it's supposed to be.
Would you rock them? Would you get them and rock them?
If I was gifted them, yeah.
Oh, okay. Are there sneakers that you'd be gifted that you wouldn't rock, or get, or keep, or would you turn down sneakers?
I keep everything.
Would you turn down free sneakers? If it's
I mean, there's sneakers in this office that I've gotten and I won't wear and I haven't brought home.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You have a lot of your collection here, actually, more so than I think anybody else does.
I have like 3 pairs.
I have no pairs.
That I claimed, and maybe like
there's
10
a
pairs
pair of
that
your
I haven't
11s
claimed.
right there. You've got some Air Force Ones. Those Mizunos are yours. I guess he's got some boxes. You got those Hawaii Dunks in the warehouse. Okay. Okay, so we've landed on sneaker culture isn't dead. It's just in a lull phase, I think is where we're at with it.
Yeah.
Do you think it's ever going to come back?
Absolutely.
Do you think it's cyclical, or do you think it's something that
What'd you say?
Do you think it's cyclical? Do you think it's always going to come and go, or do you think
Yeah,
that
I mean, people are always wearing shoes. I mean, the day that there's a new thing for your feet that's not a sneaker, then it's gone. But until then,
fair enough.
until we're floating, I guess we're flying.
What do you think? Where do you think it's going next? Like, what do you think is the next trend? As someone who owns a clothing brand, a fashion brand, a brand that defines some culture, whether it's a small space like what we're in right now, or maybe in the future bigger, what do you think? Where do you think sneaker culture is going? And I guess
I think it's going to be in soccer performance.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Like what are those? I can't think of the
Sambas?
name. Like sambas, but like more extreme, like soccer,
like Predators?
Euro vibes.
I see what you're saying.
That's where it's next, and you can clip this.
Do you think
when I'm right? Not right now.
So, I mean, Sambas have been popular for decades, obviously, but they've been really popular around the 2020s. Do you think the Samba vibe is dying out while still football culture is coming in, or soccer culture is coming
football,
in?
nice.
Yeah, I'm trying to cater to the fans, bro.
No, I mean, I think Sambas is like Sambas is Sambas. It is what it is. But I think that style shoe, like I think Pharrell just with Louis Vuitton just launched a very similar, like a soccer sneaker.
Okay.
It's just like the street ball. I think that's like the very slim, narrow, like opposite of a dad shoe.
Gotcha. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I'll put up a picture of the shoe on screen for everyone watching. But yeah, I could see that. I think that my thought is I wonder if this football trend is at its peak right now, and it's slowly going to. You don't think it's at its peak yet?
No, the World Cup comes to the U.S. next year. It's just starting.
Fair enough. What do you think about the 2000s runner vibe? Do you think that's dying out, or do you think that's still?
I think that's. I mean, it's still like I don't want anyone to get mad, but like it's here.
Mm-hmm.
Like we still wear it, but I think that's fading out for sure.
So,
like all the runners, those bulky dad shoes.
mm-hmm.
I think that's we're at the tail end of that.
So
in my opinion.
When did that start? Was it 2017 with the Yeezy 700? Do you think that's when the dad shoe, like runner, like
Yeah,
the Nike
I
Monarch?
think Kanye brought the Nike Monarch. I think Kanye popularized the dad shoe. I could be wrong, but I think so.
Actually, speaking of Kanye, what do you think of his new $20 slides or mocks, whatever they are? They're like the little.
Like that holds your toe. No.
Uh-huh. No, it's the ones. It's kind of like It looks like, you know, those rubber Uggs that go over your Uggs. It looks like that, but as a shoe. I think it's called the Yeezy. I think he's named it the Yeezy Slide.
The Yeezy. Yeah. I can't really picture it, but $20 is $20.
Did you buy it?
I didn't buy it.
Was that your thought in Thailand as well?
Yeah. When they were paying me.
Did you see the new Yeezy like shoe he's dropping, like the black one that's gonna be $20? It kind of looks like a Yeezy 700.
Yeah, I did see that.
What'd you think of that?
Was it confirmed as 20?
I think so.
Did it?
I think he said.
Oh.
Possibly,
I mean, I think what Kanye's doing is really cool with the $20 full website.
Right.
From t-shirts, sweatpants, hoodies.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Well, you know what? At this point, I feel like this has been a good inaugural episode. I feel like we're still learning this. This is still new for us. I screwed up a bunch. You did great. You did awesome. Killed it, as usual. Guys, thank you so much for watching. There's 2 other episodes available on YouTube right now. If you guys want to check them out, click the links in the description below to subscribe to the channel. And also make sure to comment if you want to win these Beat Studio Pros for yourself. But as always, thank you so much for watching. From both Seth and us and APTHCRY, our sponsor, have a good rest of the night and stay fresh in your sneakers and your kicks and your socks. And I didn't have an outro. I just kind of made that up. Peace.